What's going on, guys? OGL Cast, bringing you another Game Guardian video. I figured this time we would cover how to get specific make model parts for your car. I think it was my very last video that I showed you how you can hack event races there, and you can turn them into stage 6 parts, random fusion parts there. Well, sometimes you need specific stage 6 parts. Fusions can kind of come pretty easily, especially if you're pulling a lot of keys or whatever, but those stage 6 parts can sometimes be a pain in the ass. So, for this example, I'm going to use this Honda that I've just barely started upgrading. Basically, upgraded enough so I could open up the tuning section, because you will need that as part of this. So, let's get started. You know, you can do this by grabbing a car from the dealership. I mean, my guess is if you're doing this, it's because you already have the car. But if you were just trying to stock the shelves of your inventory, you could, following my video regarding car shopping with Game Guardian, you could do same idea. Instead of purchasing the car, once you narrow down those numbers to find out, you know, the number that belongs to your car, you're going to just click into the line and find the purple number that represents the car. Sorry, a little distracted here. Alright, so this I'm going to just go ahead and start my Evo back over here, just so I have some room to move. So the numbers we're going to be searching for here, 195 and 27. Of course, when you bring up your Game Guardian, refresh those files. You know I'm going to tell you that every time. So 195 and 27. This will be a new search. It'll be a D-word search. Doesn't take too long. Now what you're going to want to do is just change the Evo. Do something, whether it's increase or decrease depending on the car you're on. And even if it is decreased, you can still do it. You don't want to see negative numbers. That's not going to work for you. So make sure you stays in the positive. So alright, now we're 195 and 55. We're going to refine. It's not a new search, it's a refine. That took out a lot of them. But we can still clean it up a little more, so let's go one more. 195 and 82. And this time we can just refine for the 82. Leaves us with 4 search results. Usually it's the second one, but we'll start at the top just to see here. Alright, not what we're looking for. You know we're going to look for that solid row of numbers. And again, if you've watched my other video there, you were looking for that solid row. It's not here. Alright, here we go. This is the solid row that I'm talking about. You got all these 1 billion numbers, but right up here, more importantly, you see that it's your Evo followed by your PP, power, performance, whatever, followed by the stars and what tier it's in, and so on. Again, you can refer to my library videos. I go into more detail in that one. So you want to scroll up here. We're going to ignore all this shit. This comes into your library section and your library areas, and then you got your paint here, and then this right here, I have 2000 set. You'll notice in the background up here as this number changes, there you go, 2017, so that's why you're seeing that 2000 there. Anyway, continue up a little more. You got these two separated by this number 0, then this one. This is the number you want to copy. You can do that by long pressing on your device or your computer. Copy the value. Now, in case you're going to do anything to lose this, maybe, let's go ahead and save this one here. This is the first time I'm actually mentioning the save feature. Comes in handy, especially when you're doing hacks that require a 2-part hack, which is what this is. So now that that's done, I can get rid of the rest of these. So just remove them because I've got it saved, so I don't need to worry about it. But I also copied that number into my clipboard, so that'll stay in the memory there. So we're done here. We can just back out. And let's go find ourselves a race. Now you can, of course, hack event races. Regulation races do not work for this, nor do ladder races. So you're basically left to events. Or, what I like to use, the legends. This here, it's always available every day. You get new races. And it's easier to hack than the event races. So you got these 3 prizes to look for. Let's get started. 250, 350, and 500. Now it still seems like it comes up with a lot, but we're only going to bother with the first race there, so we'll refine for that 250. Still comes up with 48. Not a big deal. You guys have been following along. You know, click this edit button. You use this increment. If that's not showing for you, it's because you have it looking like this. Just click the more button, and then you'll see that number or that line. Change it to a 1. Enter. As you can see, the increased increments of 1. Back out. Back out. Go back in. 281. So that's the number we're going to be narrowing down to. There it is. Uncheck that one. Remove and revert the rest, leaving you with just the one you want. Click it to go into. Now right here, this is how many races it's going to take before you win this prize. I don't want to wait 5 races. You probably don't want either. And the good thing is too, if you decide to restart the game, this will be open for you to race again. So meaning you can hack this race up to 5 times. Same with this one, same with this one. Once you've gone through all 15 races, that's it. But anyway, as I've said in other videos, you want to change both of these numbers here. The reason why this one changed back to 250 is because I told it to revert and remove all the rest. So that's why you see it in parentheses over here that it was originally 250, it's back to 250. Anyway, let's change this. I don't need 250 stage 6 parts. Usually 15 will pretty much guarantee you a couple in each one. Although I think maybe one time before I still managed to not get one part that I was looking for. But usually 15 or even 20 if you want to play it extra safe. So, alright, with those edited, uncheck them, because if you leave them checked off and you check off another line somewhere else, you will edit these again. So you don't want to do that. Always uncheck after you're done. Scroll up, past 1 purple, past 2 purple, past 3 purple. There's 22 right here. If you watch the event hack race, you know that 22 stands for these legend tokens. We're going to change that because we don't want legend tokens. We want stage 6 parts. Alright, so just to show you, because I haven't done anything with that purple number there that I copied from the car, the one that's still in my clipboard. So I'm going to take a moment real quick and show you just changing that alone turns it into 15 stage 6 parts. Just random parts at this moment. We're going to change that. That's what this video is all about. So above the 12 here, you get to this number right here. Change this number to the one that you had. Back out, go back in. Oh, I had a brain fart. Hold on a second here. Yes, I did. It's supposed to be the one underneath it. No biggie. As you know, I don't do retakes. I think Everyone makes mistakes here and there, so who would I be if I edited mine out? There we go. There's my stage 6 parts specifically for my Civic. So again, in case I confused anybody, it's the number below the line for what the prize is. In this case it was tokens. I've changed it to stage 6 parts. So yes, the number that you want to plug in is right here. I apologize for clicking up there. Had a quick little brain fart. But now, I said I would show you the other part too real quick. So let's back out of here. Let's go to the dealership. And now just pick right in the middle here, T3. And this hack, I don't think I stressed the importance of this in my video on shopping with Game Guardian. Maybe I didn't think I needed to, I'm not sure. My apologies for that as well. But whenever it dumps you into, or whatever car it puts you on when you go into the dealership, that is where you want to start your hack. Don't go searching for your car first that you want to do in the case of you're looking to hack the car. Don't do that. Just start out here. Once you narrow down that number, then go find your card, and I'll explain how that works. So we'll start here. I'm not really needing this anymore, but actually yes I am. I take that back. That's the one that I just got done doing, and I will need to go back into it to change it from the Civic to whatever I'm about to demonstrate. So I'll save that. Now I can delete that search. As you can see up here in my saves, I've got, this is the Civic number here. That was the one that I needed to go into for changing the race. So anyway, back to my search bar. Let's delete this off. This is a little bit of a lengthy video here, but I think it's worth it. I think you guys will like it. Alright, so we know for shopping for a car, we want to use this fuzzy search here. There is another method where you can search, assuming this car is 0, because again that's where it started you out on, and then the C63 would be car 1, car 2. Then you just keep refining, but it's kind of a sloppy method. I don't really like it too much, so let's use the fuzzy. D-word search, it'll most likely say auto when you first bring it up, but D-word search, just let it rip. Alright, so finish that first search. Now we can advance one car to the right. And now we will increase. Now if we advanced, if we had gone to the back, to drop down to this Camaro, that would have been decreasing. So we're going to the right, we're going to be increasing. And this is why I don't want people finding their car first, because the car you want looking for might be the last car in that group. So when you start going left or right, you may be decreasing when you actually are technically an increase, or vice versa. So start on the car that it dumps you on, and you shouldn't have any problem. So alright, we've already advanced right, we've increased. Let's go to the right again. Increased. And we're going to do this for about 7 cars. So that's 2. I always wait for it to load. You'll see a little flash up here. There we go. And now it's moved over to the next car for me. Increase. Wait for the flash. There we go. Next car over. As you can see, the results are getting smaller. Wait for the flash and the load. This is of course quicker on your devices. I probably should give up BlueStacks, but I just like it too much. Wait for the flash and load. I think I'll go one more here, because I kind of lost track. I mean, I don't bother to count. I guess I just kind of have a feel for how many I'm going, and 7 or 8 is pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to decrease once here, once we get the signal through. There we go. Decrease. Drop this right down to 42. Now let's scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Alright, here's our 3 numbers. Now they're not always right at the bottom. I mean, I guess I want to safely say 90% of the time. But I did have a hack earlier today where they ended up being up in here somewhere towards the middle of the pile. So, but in this case, they were easy. They're right down here. So uncheck those, leave the rest checked, and we will remove the rest. Now, in the shopping, this is where you're pretty much almost done with the hack. You just go and find a car that you can purchase through cash and get out of there. This time we're trying to get that purple number that represents the car. So we have to click into each line here and look for that same thing we were looking for in the tuning section. Nope, we can stop right there. This is actually what we're looking for. When we pop in and we get these 3 numbers right here, this top number is it. Now maybe this isn't the car we're looking for. We don't want the Cayman. So we can move over. Let's pretend we're looking for this spider here. Porsche parts. Bring up Cayman Guardian. As you can see, this number changed, but it's still going to be this bottom one. There we go. Long press it, copy that value. This part of the hack is done. We can save this one just in case we think we might lose anything, but that would only happen if you were looking for another, or going to perform another search. So in this case, the search that I'm going to be, or the race I'm going to be hacking, I already have saved as a search. We're going to go back to that same race. And just to confirm, it's still set up for Civic parts. So let's bring up our saved items. Here's the race. I know because I had set it to win 15. Now, this number right here. Don't need the long press, I meant to click it. There we go. Delete it. Paste in that new number. Back out, and back in. And there we go. I've just changed it from the Civic parts to the Porsche parts. Now, of course, I can quickly do this race real quick. Let's see, that car will do the job. Just to show you that we're not going to get shafted, we're going to get the parts. Now, if you're looking for fusion parts, of course, you would change that 12 that I put in there to a 13. Be mindful that some races will not accept it. Like Legends, I was playing around with it earlier. It wouldn't take it. It would end up just changing the, I can try to show you real quick after this race. But, yeah, it wasn't working. Event races, that's where you can take care of that. And I show you that in a video on how to hack events. just refer to that video. We don't want to click next race because I don't want to jump into that. And because I told it to let me win these on the first one, here we go. So you don't have to stick around for this, just push your back button. They'll all go in there. And I'll confirm that for you right now. Alright, so I don't even have to go in here. You know I won 15 parts and it's showing 15 new parts right there. Let's go back into this race. While it's still got it in there, I can now go in, tell it I want to win it by race 2. And I'm just going to show you why legend races don't work for fusion parts. So I've changed it to fusion, back out, go back in. See, this is what I'm talking about. It just does not work with the legend races. And if I try to, like, you know, go back in here and just change this, okay, you know, forget it. I'll go back to a 12, or in fact this time maybe I want some fuel pips. You'll notice it won't let me back in. Don't worry about it. Hit your backup button, not the backup button on the game there, but the backup button on your device. Go back into the race. And now you can see it's changed to the 15 fuel pips for me. So anyway guys, have fun with this. I'm sure you will. I've had a blast and I've definitely gotten myself a lot of good parts this way. Until the next video, OG Outcast.